Using liquid latex rubber. We're going to use a load of different things like that, but they're mainly things that you can find around your house, like some foundation, acrylic paints, and then also some fake blood as well. We've also got some cheap like makeup stuff. We also use tissues as well, that's another thing. So first you're going to need to get some liquid latex, which you can get on the internet. I think I got this off eBay. It absolutely stinks though, it smells like hair dye.
Really, I don't want to think about that.
So first, with a paintbrush, use some of the liquid latex. I mean, you might want to do a test on yourself first before you use this, because some people are allergic to it. Okay, and then get your arm and paint it onto the skin like that. And then get some tissue, and I think just one layer will probably be enough. And then paint over it again. Oh my god, it's like wrecking my brush. Okay, don't use your best brushes for this. In fact, I'm sure I used a stick to do this last year.
If it's doing that to a brush, what is it doing to my arm? I have to ask. Oh, it stinks. It smells like hair dye.
Keep coating it on. Do a couple of layers of tissue though. It's best to do a couple of layers because you're going to need to rip into it and make it try and look a bit like flesh. A bit like using PVA glue, but this is a lot more comfortable to wear because it's more flexible. And it doesn't tend to dry up and crack like PVA does.
It's what they use in films, isn't it?
I think so. It looks really realistic anyway. But it's quite a good way for you to have a cool Halloween costume, because you can be pretty much anything that you want and then just turn yourself into a zombie of that. Last year I was a zombie surgeon. And then this year I'm going to be a zombie pirate as well. So it's good to have kind of a personality to being a zombie rather than just being a zombie, because that's a bit boring. So we've just dried it on cold with the hairdryer, so it looks kind of the same but a bit more drier now. So now we're gonna like try and tear into it. I mean, it feels a bit like I'm just tearing into Kez's arm. But
Oh, don't even say it. Oh no.
Kez hates stuff like this, and I think it's really cool.
Oh my god.
I think it looks more realistic if you tear it like this, because flesh wouldn't be like...
Oh.
It wouldn't be as realistic, I don't think, if it was like cut in a nice neat line. Okay, so that's going to be the shape of our wound. So if we get a bit more liquid latex on this and kind of cover it up a bit more. Okay, so make sure you get the inside, because it's better than if you're going to fill it with fake blood, then it really stains your skin, that stuff. So if you give yourself a coating on the inside, that makes it a bit more realistic, and it stops it from staining your skin as well. And another cool thing that you could do as well when you're finished is like sew stitches into it, like across it or something. That could look quite good. Okay, so that's dried. It only took a few minutes really. Okay, now I need to make it like a realistic skin colour, because right now it just looks like tissue paper stuck to your arm. So if you're going to use some foundation, or you could even use some kind of paint that's kind of skin coloured, and just kind of rub it in to all the surrounding area. So you can like blending it in with your arm. Use some like the cheap makeup sets that you can get around Halloween. Make it look kind of a bit like it's sore. And these are great for just adding all over you as well if you're going to be a zombie. You can add like bruises to yourself by using like red and purple and brown. The thing that I find is best to use is acrylic paints as well.
My cue to look away.
Okay, so now you can just paint it onto the latex, like around the cut. If you can just dab it on and just paint all the way around the edge of it. That looks like a pretty sore cut already. And now's the time for the fake blood, Kez's favourite.
When I was a kid, I wanted to be a vampire for Halloween. Oh no. So, my mum bought some vampire blood and I put a tiny bit on my mouth like that. She goes, oh, that's not enough, you don't look like a vampire. So she goes and puts it all down my face, all over my neck. I looked in the mirror and I was sick, and then I wasn't allowed to go out trick-or-treating. So I really hate blood.
But yeah, this fake blood's really good for just finishing it off. Like if you just fill up the wound with it, I mean it dries after a while as well, which is quite handy. It doesn't just stay liquidy, and it still looks wet. So okay, so that's it pretty much done.
Oh my god.
But yeah, if you just blend in the edges a bit with kind of bruises.
So gross.
So I wish Kez would go out like this for Halloween, but she won't. But yeah, I mean, you could go crazy with it. You could cover yourself in them. You could do one across your neck, which is probably what I'm going to do, and I'll put pictures on after Halloween. You can do ones up your arm, and you could stitch into it with like some black thread or something. Good luck with doing that, and I hope you have a good Halloween.
Bye.
Happy Halloween!